Good AM and God bless you from the Sunshine State. Check out my outfit today. So it was my birthday last month, July. Everyone knows I love my birthday. I bought this sparkly skirt. I love glitter. I love sparkles. And I'm next to the pool right now. So I put on this very cute pink glitter shirt. I just lost a shirt the other day that was like a tube top sparkle, and that really broke my heart because I love sparkles so much. And as a woman, there's certain things that lift up women's heart, just as there's certain things that lift up men's heart. Sparkles, glitter, colors, that really makes me happy. So I'm really sad that I lost that top. And here's this one. Also, I just want to give another quick lesson. Whenever we lose something, it's like losing a part of ourselves. So that's why sometimes they say cutting your hair is good for you, because you might be, having been attacked, and so you let go of this extra energy of abuse or something like that. But whenever we lose an item of ours, it's very spiritual, so it's very important not to steal and also to return people's items to them. Now let's get into my message of the day. I like to begin every single day, first of all, with a prayer. And I pray that God guides my mind, body, soul, steps, and actions. I then pray that I absorb all the nutrients of whatever I'm drinking, such as coffee or whatever I'm eating. So God bless you all. I've said my prayers already. Thankfully, this hotel has coffee and orange juice downstairs. If I was at home, that would be also, I would say, thankful for that as well. One quick message I want to say is, just as I start my morning slow, everything I do is very intentional and well. And so whenever I eat, I don't just eat just to eat. I pray over my meal because the meal came from somewhere. So this meal on the plate, it may look simple to you while there's countries who are fighting for food, and our food price is rising right now. So it's really important to just appreciate agriculture, farming, the hands that make your food, the hearts that make your food and deliver it to you. Like right now, I'm at a hotel, and it's really important to respect that hospitality, because sometimes people in the world, they wake up and they say, what does the world have to offer me? And sometimes a deeper question we need to ask is, what do we have to offer the world? Because if you just have to offer the world chaos and lies and deceit, what are you expecting back from the world? It's a very superficial life then to expect all of this goodness from life when you are throwing out such chaos. So I am a person of peace. I begin my day rooted and grounded in peace, and I also walk through my day like that. And so it's very easy for me to control myself. It's very easy for me to live intentional days where, I plan my days intentionally to be well. And anything that happens along the road, I just handle with a positive attitude. I have one of the most positive attitudes I've come across in my entire life. I've been through some of the most tough situations only recently in my adult life, and I'm so positive still. And so I'm just so grateful. And I am originally born in Temple City, California. God bless you. I'm a Christian Buddhist, and I moved to Naples when I was about 5 years old. Bye. Anyways, so I really love tropical nature. I really love the beach and everything like that. From California, I'm near the beach and the mountains, which I love. And in Florida, I'm always next to the beach, even here where I'm staying now. And so I'm just very grateful for nature. I'm very grateful for agriculture. I'm very grateful for landscaping. I'm very grateful for a safe world. So my job is, as a Christian Buddhist, is to spread peace, and that's all I do. And I don't have another job besides that. And right now I hear EMS in the background, and I hear law enforcement, and I want to give them a big shout out, because law enforcement and EMS do a lot. They put their heart on the line every single day. And just like I am intentional with my day, law enforcement, they are extremely intentional with their day. EMS is extremely intentional with their day. There are other jobs in the judicial system where you don't have to be intentional because you have time to kind of mess around. Law enforcement doesn't have time to mess around. EMS doesn't have time to mess around. And I don't have time to mess around. And if you're like me, then you also don't have time to mess around, where you respect others' time, but you also respect the ultimate solution. It's like, okay, what's actually going on in the day? Okay, what's actually the solution? Okay, what's actually going to happen besides your emotions, right? As a yoga instructor, I study emotions, and I know that your emotions are your emotions. And your emotions you can work on, just like the sunlight is hitting me right now. That happens naturally, right? So the sunlight hits me, and I can choose to say, I love the sunshine. I'm so grateful. I feel so blessed. I'm only going to focus on the sunshine, and I'm not going to focus on anything that's bringing me extra stress. And it's not a neglect towards things that you need to work on, because anything that you need to work on, when you're at peace, you can get it done better. And Bruce Lee already proved that. And the strongest and the smartest people in the world already proved that there is the most strength and peace. So I'm very happy to be here. I really love my hometown. I really love Temple City, California. I really love Naples, Florida, and I really love Miami. I moved here when I was 19, and this is where I met my boss, Justin McCullough, my ex-boss, Justin McCullough, who is one of the best photographers I've ever met in my entire life. You can look up some of his photos. And that just was an amazing experience and time for me. I took a Photoshop class when I was in high school, and I moved to Miami on the whim. All I did was continuously pray to God and lead my steps, even if I had $10 in my account, and stay really positive. I don't really take in what's going on around me because sometimes it's just other people's emotions. And at that time, I had a really good time, and I was able to meet my boss and use my Photoshop skills at work. And so that's what happens when you follow God's path and not the world's wave. Because as a Christian, we're supposed to be in the body of Christ, and we're not always in the body of Christ when we step out into the world. And we don't always look like we're part of the body of Christ, but we must always be in the body of Christ in our heart. And if you're not around that, you can create that inside of your own internal energy, your own thoughts, your own heart, your own day, how you're feeling. You can choose to move around. If you have any resources available to you, you can use those resources to bring yourself more peace, because in peace there is answers, in chaos there is only distraction. Look at the water here. So imagine that you're looking for an answer, or you're looking for a shell in this water. You already see the reflection of the clouds. Now imagine I throw something in this water. You can hardly see anything. So you make it even worse and throw more stuff in the water, and you can hardly see anything. So that's how the human mind works. If you want to get to an answer, if you want to get to peace, you must get to peace. And to get to peace requires just a few things, whatever brings your heart peace. I'm a yoga instructor. I study positive psychology. So, a lot of the times in my life growing up, especially as a young adult, if I had anything emotionally that I was struggling with, like energy, confidence, being more positive, I would just type it into Google. There's a Barnes and Nobles that I love. I'm obsessed with Barnes and Nobles, and I love having one close by around me. And you can go into Barnes and Nobles, the self-help book section, and literally anything that you're struggling with in your psychology, your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, there's an answer for. And I just want to say one more thing. You never have any excuse or reason to take your anger out on somebody else. You never have any excuse or reason to steal from anybody else. And you never have any excuse or reason to take your emotional energy out negative on somebody else. You always must first identify, if I feel angry, where is it coming from? It's your own anger. And if it's coming from somebody else attacked you, why attack somebody else around you? At a certain point, we have to recognize that we're all attacked, and to stop attacking other people, because I never do. And I see that a lot of people live their life that way, where it's easier for them to attack somebody else than to get to peace and get to the true solution. So God bless you all. I'm very grateful to be alive, 30 years old, happy, positive, Christian Buddhist. I'm very excited to be back here in Miami. I'm very grateful for my hometown, but also I need to get to work. So I love Miami very much. I love the community very much. I want to remind you all to stay in your heart center. You are not what anybody else says about you. You are what you are in your heart. You are what you are in your own mind. And if there's thoughts that you're fighting, you're not the thoughts that you're fighting. You are who you are, and you are who God made you to be. And so that's just a message for all the good people out there. Anyways, keep praying, keep loving, keep spreading loving light, because in all Marvel movies, we see what wins? Light. Light always wins. Light. Let the sunlight shine. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine into your heart, and let the sun shine out of you, and see how your day goes. God bless you all. Also, eat mindfully and live mindfully. I could just eat this whole plate of food, and it doesn't matter to me about the weight. It matters to me about the mindfulness, being mindful about each and every single bite, and appreciating every single bite, appreciating every single minute of life, no matter what attacks you're under. We have gone through Holocaust. We have gone through slavery. We have gone through the plague. So there is no excuse for inaction and taking it out on other people. Just be a good person. Have a good day. Stay out of people's way if you're in a bad mood. And praise whatever you praise, but I'm going to keep praising the Lord. And God bless you. Okay, so another quick note I want to add is that I'm a very naturally positive person, and then I also studied positive psychology. So there's a lot of people who ask other people, why are you so positive? And they're so angry and they're so upset. Well, first of all, I'm a yoga instructor, and secondly, I spend more time reading my Bible and reading more about my emotions and regulating my emotions than I do about worrying about other people negatively. our brains are wired to care about other people, but God says to care about other people when necessary, not ignore people's pain, but don't bring other people pain. Don't become so interested in other people that you allow your focus to become attacking towards them. And so it's really important that you take responsibility for your own brain and for your own heart and for your own reactions in this world, because there's a lot of things attacking anybody on any given daily basis. And the greatest thing that I have going for me is that I truly have God in my heart, and that keeps me positive, that keeps me well. So it doesn't really affect me at a heart level how the world treats me, although it hurts me as I want to uplift the world. But it does show me that the world needs to work on their own positive individual minds, because if there's a lot of chaos going on in the world, it reflects individualistic chaos, because we all are a collective. So if everybody woke up in the morning and prayed to whatever God they prayed to, chose peace, thought of like 10 things they were grateful for, and thought about their actual central goal for the day and stayed focused on that, believed in themselves, had no reason to harm anybody in their mind, there is no reason to harm anybody, then all days would go well. So world peace is really simple. And as I'm representing the United States here in Florida, I just want to say that United Nations doesn't respect inhumane conditions. And I've reported a lot. There's some stuff in my YouTube videos. So United Nations doesn't support inhumane treatment of any country. And we're all on Earth right now, and we're in the United States. It's important that we all individualistically take care of ourselves, and when you're ready to unite with somebody else around you, then do that positively, and also be aware that you're not the most important thing in the world, and at the same time to God you are. You're supposed to be a vessel for goodness, not a vessel for evil. And if you're a vessel for evil, you're completely useless to this world, because this world is full of life. I see a bird flying around me. Look at this life. Evil doesn't grow plants. Evil doesn't spread light. You know what I mean? So it's important that we have more positive people who can take accountability for their actions. And I hope that I can find my own peaceful abode soon, so that I can open a yoga studio and just teach people more about the basic positive psychology, and just actually self-reflecting, understanding your own confidence level, understanding your own intelligence level, and working on those things without attacking other people, because I really like to stay in peace. And that's why I got my yoga certificate in Indonesia. So God bless you all. May you have peace in your heart. If you don't have peace in your heart, know that that's something that you can work on. If you feel unloving towards a certain group of people or something, that's something that you can work on. You don't have to hate something to get a solution for something. You can be in peace and you'll get more answers. And also, God is happy to see his people in peace. Only the devil is happy to see chaos. So remember that and be a person of peace. Also, look at my nails, which match the sparkles of my shirt, and also the sparkles of my skirt. So I stay really positive, and that's not due to magic. I do think it's quite magical, positive psychology. Positive psychology is extremely magical, because you know, you can see that you hit a person so many times and you say, why are they still so happy? Positive psychology. Have a good day. Terima kasih. Sheshe. Thank you. Bonjour. God bless everybody. And God bless United Nations truly. Have a happy day, because every nation needs happiness. No nation welcomes chaos. Thank you.